people, and welcome to yet another episode of Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. This is going to be Project Sam again. I've got some stuff to show you. Some parts showed up from, what is this? Hagen's Highway Auto Parts in Puyallup, Washington. They should have called it just Pay Up Washington for what he charged me, but if you stick around, you stay tuned, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Babies. So there they are, the rebuild kit, minus the spring. There was supposed to be a spring in there. I got 2 sets of these, but they were $40. Dude, they're in way better condition than the old parts, which are all ripped and broke, and look at that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leak for you, big guy, 'cause I'm old and suck. So, you guys have already seen the video of rebuilding these. I'm not going to waste my time and show you that. So I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can, get that done. But because I'm here by myself and Joe's hanging out with that loser chick, I'm going to have to wait till somebody else comes around to help me bleed them. And because I'm such a nice guy and don't have many friends, ha 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 ha, it may be a long wait. So I have something else on the back burner that once I get that assembled and put it back in, I might have something else to show you. Now I know that I said that I wasn't going to film the rebuild on this, but there is something I'd like to point out. These are the new ones. This is the old one. These are the seals. Now I'm just going to squeeze them with equal pressure, and hopefully this will show up. See how little give the one on this side is compared to this one. This one's real sloppy, easy to bend. This one's pretty stiff, and it seems like on the back side they used more material than this one. So this could have been a major reason why this was leaking, just because they're so sloppy. So putting in the new one should really help, and I'm going to get to assembling that. Okay, people, so I got it back together. It's a pretty simple operation to get these on and off. These bolts down here, there's little arrows on them, and somebody who put these on before they adjust are kind of oblong, so it rocks it up and down, moves it around a little bit. And up here on the old one, this edge on this caliper was digging into the boot, and I think that was a major reason why it was failing. So I ground it down, as you can see by this clean edge, and then went over it with a file, get rid of all the burrs. I also put in a new grease cert back here. Got a box of them for $5. That one was froze up. I'm going to go over all of them, and then whatever ones aren't taking grease are going to get replaced. I know there's a couple. I got to keep Bub off me. He's freaking out that I'm working on this and not playing with him, so yay. Alright, got the wheel back on. Took me a little while because this silver washer down here, it was kind of a fix back in the day, and I had some stupid crap on there, so I had to hone the washer out from the inside so it sat on the bearing and I could get the new cotter pin in. Now it's all safe and cool and better than it was before. I should probably check the other side to see if the brake thing's bad, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to work on something else. Alright, so mismatched window cranks. Original window crank for Sam, original door opener for Sam. When I got Sam, there's only these 2, so I was missing a set. None of these are matching. Back in the day I made one, although it seemed to be it was too heavy because I had a skull on it, same thing that's on my shifter knob, and every time I went over a bump, blam, it'd either open the door or lock it. The major problem I'm having is, like, these came off tank, round in with the little clip, cheap. Same gig, round hole. Sam's square hole. Square hole. I know it looks round, but the inside's square. You kind of see that? Just like on this one that I made, that's real obvious. Used to be square stock. So I was planning on making some new ones. Inside of the passenger door. Tried to get in on this crappy camera. Those are square. See that? I'm gonna fabricate some of these out of the same material I use down here, this aluminum on the edge. Ah, camera, work with me here. Come on. There it is. It's just dirty. It's pretty thick. It's thicker gauge. In fact, I got a piece back here. So I'll just cut them out of this. And I think what I'm going to do, since making the slide part is so hard, I'm just going to drill into it, put a bolt out, and then bolt it down over the pieces I'm going to make. We'll see how those turn out. Definitely going to have to take the door panel off just to get to it and weld. I don't want to weld on that, so we'll see. Alright, so some time's gone by. I've got my pieces cut. These are going to be to open the door. Plus I had to cut them down so when you're using the window crank, they're not hitting. Plus they don't need to be big. They only move like this far. I drilled them out to make them look kind of billet, kind of like the gas pedal thing I made. So these kind of match it. They'll be able to polish up real nice. I kind of like the whole thing. It looks cool. And I'll work on a handle deal to crank these out. But they're extremely light. I think all of them together weigh less than this one, so. Plus it'll go with the other shiny crap in there. So I think I'm happy with that. Now I gotta put that bolt in like I was talking about that I drilled out in there. I drilled those out already. I gotta put that on, get a bolt in there, and then I'll tighten it down and see if it'll spin. If not, then I'll have to make a little thing to catch it in the back so it won't just spin, you know what I mean? So we'll see if that works. Hopefully it will, because it'll look kind of cool, you know? I like that they suck in tight. They're not all sticking out far like the other ones would have. I kind of dig that. The problem I was having before is when you'd get in and shut the door, your legs would hit it and junk, or somebody kick it or whatever. So there's less than a finger's clearance in there. I kind of like that. They stay out of the way. Know what I mean, baby? Okay, so I go up to the local hardware store. They got these little eye bolt deals. I got this blanket up so I didn't get weld spatter on the window. That stuff will burn your windows up super quick. And as you can see, they fit in the holes I drilled nicely. This one over here I already got tightened down, and I was checking it just to make sure that it operates. And there's the door mechanism. I was kind of worried about it just being straight through and tightened down, that it would spin, you know, but it seems to be holding, man. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to do that to the rest of them, and then I'll polish these up and then put their parts on them. Might have to go up to the hardware store. Chuck would probably like that. Well, Bubba's bored out of his mind, aren't you, baby? He's bored. I managed to get these done. Yay, team. Door opener, window roll opener. I got to make a little That's pretty much it. They look kind of cool. We'll see. Alright, people, running out of time here. It's getting a little late, a little cold. Starting to get a little hungry. Plus, got to pay attention to Chuggy. Thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Peace out, babies.